special presentation of the Sim Racing Channel. Real racing, virtually.
What's going on, guys? Hey, how are you? Repeat back with you for another Monday night. That means it's time for this Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series, and tonight we are live from the Magic Mile. That's right, New Hampshire International Raceway, or New Hampshire Raceway, whatever you want to call it. We are going to have, about 30 cars out here on track for this very, very slick 1 mile track. New Hampshire's the place, and Shake and Bake is the league or the community one more time. Definitely want to thank Hex Moon Mao. I definitely see y'all out there. Thank you very much for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, and get ready to keep me company. Playoff racing, and let's take a quick look at some of our points tonight as these guys get ready to tackle this track is going to be very, very slick. Let's go ahead and talk about some points while these guys knock out some fast qualifying laps, and then, of course, we'll bring you right back with them. But here we are. James Holzer, with his win last week at Darlington, he's automatically going to go ahead and advance to round number 2 once we kick that off. Brendan Book, 32 points back. Tom Harmon, Ryan Crooks, and Matt O'Brien, your top 5. Jimmy Cocker, Nate Mon, and Jordan McGraw going to round out your top 8. 9th through 12th, got a little bit of worry about, really only being separated by about 8 points from the guys in the back. Hunter Johnson, Jose Ruiz, Brian Pizzacchemi, and John Honeycutt. Honeycutt and McCall very, very close, as you can see. Just 1 point of separation, literally 1 position out there on track. Tyler Dohar sitting 14th, 5 points back. Eliza Bethal, who, talk about a clutch moment, making her way into this playoffs. She's got a lot to prove, and I think tonight she might have one hell of a race for everybody. And then, of course, Tom Flitcroft in that number 12 right now, sitting 12 points back from the rest of the field. So let's go ahead and pick up with our qualifying. I'm going to go ahead and bring up your scoring pylon as we speak, so you guys can see exactly where everybody is at. And we'll pick up with some of these guys as they make their times around. So far, it looks like Brody Falliker is going to be on top. Let's see if we can pick up with Eliza Bethal in her number 64. So far, it looks like she's sitting 3rd fastest, so this would be her 2nd lap in his Team FTR Camaro, and going to stay right there in P number 3. Let's go back just a little bit. How about the one and only Jeff No in this Carolina Basement Solutions number 55? This Mustang, bad fast week in and week out, and I'm glad that he is here. Known this guy a very, very long time, a guy that races with a whole lot of integrity and knows how to keep a clean car all the way through. So again, his come up to speed lap. You're going to see a lot of guys attack this track very differently. Some guys are going to really diamond out the corner, which means they get very, very close to the entrance of the corner, let it wash up the track, maybe a row, maybe about 2-3 rows, and then dive back in again, very, very close to that yellow line one more time. And as it looks like the 55 comes across the line, no change just yet. Right now it's showing about P number 11. A little bit of contact with that outside wall. Let's actually go ahead. I'm going to reset all this right quick. Kind of looks like the scoring system has frozen for me, so I'm going to go ahead and reset this all right quick. And let's try that again. All right, there we go. That's looks like it's a bit better. And I'm just going to make sure that, yep, it looks like it is all on par with what I'm seeing right now. Matt O'Brien and James Holzer would be on the top. Here's the 55 continues to try to take a few extra laps and come on in where he can. Looks like so far, Philip Bridgman, Ryan McCall, Hunter Johnson, Jacob Palmer, Francis Hamilton, and John Osborne have yet to take their time. Looks like Ryan Crooks just completed his lap. So far, he's down in about P number 15. All right, let's get back up. Yep, Jeff No's going to continue to. Hey, I tell you what, if you're at a track where it's not quite as you see it, maybe you need a little bit of extra, you can absolutely run some extra qualifying laps during qualifying, and then get ready for the race. No harm, no foul. Now, can they do it in real life? Not so much, but hey, they can definitely do it here in qualifying and practice, since there's no other cars out there. Brian Hunt, thank you very much for joining. He says, go Philip Bridgman. Philip Bridgman right now, it looked like qualifying stood. I believe he was just outside of the top 10. Zim, what's up, buddy? Good to see you out there. Are you actually heading up tonight's EMGG watch party, giving Mao and Maze a little bit of a break? Thanks for coming out, sir. New Hampshire Motor Speedway, a very, very flat 1 mile track. The last guy I can recall completely dominating this race, if I'm not mistaken, was Ward Burton. Way back in the day, led all 500 miles from this place, back when it was a 500-mile race. And man, the guy was absolutely wore out when it was all said and done. Says guest starring with Mao Guru and Hex Moon. Well, all right. Always something more to talk about anytime you got more ears to bounce something off of. That's what I say. So far, the fastest guy in this little bit of a warm-up session is going to be Holzer with a 30.4. Jimmy Cocker in this number 31 Virginia Tech machine going to be about a 10th behind. And then the 64 of DeWalt. It looks like I don't see Philip out there just as of yet. Honeycutt says he is ready in his number 50, so I have to see how Honeycutt's doing. Again, Honeycutt's he's got a lot to prove here tonight. Only 1 point behind that cutoff line. He's got to show that he's got the speed to get up there and contend. Speaking of a guy that's got to prove that he can get up there and contend, is this number 06 Sirius XM machine for Dudes Castroneves. Was racing in the Indy Series on Thursday night, which celebrated their championship, and saw Andrew Wisdom go on and grab that, as he's going to go ahead and get loose on throttle off the corner. We'll see a lot of that tonight. Hopefully not too many cautions, though. But Dudes Castroneves, the actual nephew of Elio Castroneves, that runs in the Open Wheel Series. 28's kind of hung up on the barrels, and now the 06 is. So that session is down. Let's see if we can actually go ahead and bring up your overall grid. Yep, that is not the one I wanted. Let's try that again. There we go. All right, so Matt O'Brien, he's going to go ahead and start on the pole. James Holzer, P number 2. Then we're going to have Brody Falliger, P number 3 in his number 1. Duncan O'Connor in this Ally Deuce. Tom Harmon in this number 68. Avril Lavigne machine as always. Jimmy Cochran is number 31 Virginia Tech machine. Eliza Bethal is number 64. John Honeycutt's going to round out row number 4 in his high-tech securities number 50. Jacob Kerr for the following row with Tyler Dohar to round out row number 5. Jose Ruiz and Micah Allard, Allard in row number 6. Row number 7 is going to be Jordan McGraw with Nate Mon, Brendan Book. Oh, hold on. Let's do that again. There we go. Brendan Book and Ryan Crooks with Andrew Sanford and Tom Flitcroft. Michael DeWalt and Jeff No going to round out row number 10. Row 11, Charles Kramer and Dudes Castroneves. Dylan Robb and Hunter Johnson. Francis Hamilton, Brian Pizzakemi, Philip Bridgman, John Osborne, Ryan McCall, and Jacob Palmer going to round out row 15. And that is going to complete our field. 30 cars out here on track, ready to duel it out in probably the most northern part of NASCAR country you can absolutely get to. You see them coming off turns 3 and 4. Barney the Flagman's got the green in hand. We're going to see him wave it, and these guys are going to fly off into turn number 1. Let's go! Battle for P number 1 already. Holzer having a little bit of an issue, blinking just a bit. Definitely don't want the admins to see too much of that, otherwise he might get sent to the back. Let's continue out this lap. Big strong field. All right, go ahead and bring up your track map so you can keep hold of each and every person that's out here. Again, we're going to see a lot of people get a little loose. Looked like one got a little loose way in the back, and he's going to use a little bit of the road course here to get that car back under control and keep on keeping on. Talking about that, let's actually show you the information for tonight's race. A little bit of weather, a little bit of everything else. Again, season number 1, playoff race number 2 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Yellow flag is out, but it looks like we're going to see about 80-degree air temp, and it looks like track temp's going to be just about 97, so not too shabby. All right, so it looks like that caution is going to have something to do with Philip Bridgman and Ryan Pizzakemi a little bit further in the back, as well as the double deuce of Nate Mon. So let's see if we can find out exactly what happened with these guys, and we'll come right back. Looks like they're going to go ahead and try to take that 3 wide. The 77 of Dohar checked up. Oh, it's got a little loose under braking. Dohar all the way to the outside wall to avoid him, and actually put himself in the wall just a little bit. 22 trying to right that machine. There's the 18 turned around as well. Let's see if we can find out exactly what happened with the 18, and we'll rewind it right from there. I have a feeling it's going to be just a little bit of trying to avoid everything. So you see Dohar go up to the wall. You see the 18 and 28 spinning out. Little bit of contact to the side. But not too bad. That could have been a whole lot worse if he had actually just T-boned him rather than, just making some contact with the side. No real big issue. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. Sneaker Guru, what's happening, buddy? Good to see ya. Stan the iRacer out there showing the lightning bolt emoji, and Brian Hunt reminding Phil, be patient and ride. All right, since that other screen showed you a little bit more of the track and everything else, let's actually just go ahead and bring up the weather, what I wanted to show you right now. Again, a little bit of a wind, not bad, only about 4 miles an hour. As you see it adjust just a little bit. 80-degree air temp, and 98-degree track temp. 98-degree track temp for this place is not going to be all that bad. It's going to be a little slick, but as the track rubbers in, it will definitely make for some very, very good racing. Looks like the lights atop the pace car are already out, so I'm not going to attempt to have a quick word with Matt O'Brien, but the man's definitely got to pick back up where he left off before, and try to gain more and more points. Holzer, you see that he's got some issues on the outside. Connection may not be his friend tonight. But Matt O'Brien, he pointed the entire field to death all season long during the regular season. He was the regular season champ. He's got to get back up there and get back to his ways one more time. Pace car's going to go ahead and pull off right now. Field's coming to the line. Let's go one more time, loud and proud. Go ahead and turn it up. You see the 11 there of Jacob Kerr moving up just a little bit. Now the 42 of Brendan Book. He's going to come on down underneath and try to take that spot away. And it looks like he'll be able to. And the 50 of John Honeycutt's going to try to follow him under. Again, very, very limited groove here at the Magic Mile, but can make for a whole lot of great racing. You saw one car down, almost get into the grass. You see one other all the way up the track or down the track as well, using every bit of this apron to do everything that they got to do. Up front, not missing anything much. Matt O'Brien, James Holzer, and Duncan O'Connor right now kind of moving up through the field. Duncan O'Connor, one of the only two of the drivers in the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series from the great nation of Canada. In case you're wondering who the other is, he had a shout out there in chat earlier talking about Philip Bridgman. Keep on going through the field just a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's actually try to attempt to go through the field and introduce you to everybody that's here and their position as well. Okay, we'll go ahead and start off with hold on, scratch that. Let's actually go ahead and pull up your ticker, and we'll show you everybody as these guys go all the way around. Again, Matt O'Brien. From Sterling Heights, Michigan, P number 1 right now. James Holzer, again, from the great state of Pennsylvania. You know that. He just hasn't updated his information for that EMGG glitch machine. Duncan O'Connor, this deuce, again, from Canada, right now sitting P number 3. Tom Harmon, Avril Lavigne Machine, number 68 on board. Brody Falliker just behind in his number 1 Hennessy Performance Camaro. Jimmy Cocker back here just a little bit in his Virginia Tech, number 31. Again, opened the season with a W at Daytona. Right behind, Elizabeth Thaw from the great state of Ohio, lead admin and series owner, community owner with everything that Frozen has going on, whether it's iRacing or if it's F1 over back on console. Still does a lot of her racing over there as well. Never forgot her Heat 5 fans whatsoever. Brendan Book right here in his number 42 from Sterling Heights, Michigan, also sitting P number 8. Jacob Kerr back here in his FedEx number 11 from Stillwell, Kansas. Tom Flitcroft, Tom Flitty. I believe he's also from if I'm not mistaken, North Carolina. I might be wrong though. Hunter Johnson back here from Griffin, Georgia, in his number 32 Jordan machine. John Honeycutt, Orlando, Florida, and this High-Tech Securities number 50 Camaro. Ryan Crooks, another EMGG glitch machine. He's got those decals going across the front and rear, showing that he's a playoff driver. Absolutely, out of Madison, Alabama. Jose Ruiz rocking those Jordan colors as well from Sacramento, California, holding down P14. Jordan McGraw right behind. Shake number 34 from Bridgeport, Texas. Dudes, Castro Nevis, Sirius XM. Andrew Sanford just behind him. A little bit of a battle there with the 61 of Micah Allard, 37 from San Diego, California. And talking about Micah in this number 61, all about, I believe it's Allard Pates, Allard Racing. Yeah, there you go. Ryan McCall right behind him in this Shaboom, number 30 from Bear, Delaware. Shaboom, an earlier sponsor of the Shake and Bake series. They were talking about Tyler Dohar, owner and operator of the Filter Time eSpark Xfinity series. Last season, they were hydrated by Bee Water, which, guys and gals, look up stock quote INKW. You might be in for a little bit of surprise. They just recently introduced their hemp water, and it just shot their stocks almost double where they were earlier. But again, Tyler Doe out of Walbridge, Ohio. Mike DeWalt back here in this DeWalt number 54. And then we got Nate Mon in this number 22 Double Deuce, talking about that Sundrop Camaro again. 55 of Jeff No, Poptown, Yadkinville, North Carolina. Brian Pizzakemi in this number 28 Quantum. Charles Kramer, also from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sitting P25 right now with Dylan Robb. Go Thomas from New York. I was wrong. All right, I'm sorry. Tom parents putting me in line. But Dylan Robb from Morrisville, I'm gonna guess North Carolina. It's actually right down the road for me. John Osborne, in his number 81 Woody's Pepsi Ford Mustang GT. Then we got Francis Hamilton rocking P number 28, and also in a Hennessy Performance machine. Then we got the 18 Philip Bridgman right now from Ontario, Canada. Like I said, one of two drivers from that great nation. And Jacob Palmer right now stripping naked, the Alabama Soda Gang, in that number 39. All right, so that's going through your 30-car field. Let's catch back up with your leader and find out if there's any change so far. No, there's not. Let's go ahead and bring back up your scoring pylon, so you can keep a little bit better of a view where everybody is at. And let's go back through and just see if we're missing any great battles. I mean, obviously the battle for this lead is heating up, and this 69 of Holzer, he definitely, as I've said many times, knows how to maintain his equipment. He knows how to get the most out of a tank of fuel, as well as the right front and that right rear tire. But right now, it's all been about Matt O'Brien in this Cloud 9 machine, holding everybody at bay. Duncan O'Connor back here. Oh, we got yellow number 2, and it looks like it's going to have something to do with Jacob. Jacob Kerr going to fall back through the field. Let's see if we can find out what happened with him and come right back. So there you see him in that 11. Got a little bit of a bump from the 50 of Honeycutt. Able to pull the inside. Just gets a little loose on throttle. And you see Honeycutt really stabbed the brake in order to avoid the 11. And everybody else going to do a phenomenal job as well, getting by that FedEx Toyota Camry Really no big harm, no foul. I don't know if that sent Kerr into the corner a little bit stronger than he wanted to. Definitely had enough time to let off. I think that might have just been a little bit of a loose condition. But you can bet your bottom dollar that everybody will come on down pit road for 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. Go ahead and top it off with that Sunoco E15. And, yeah, come on back out. Coming off of turn number 4. Let's see. Pace car going by. Yep, everybody going on down pit road to come to the attention of their crew. 23 laps into this race out of 150, so a long way to go. See one car stay out, not quite sure if that's to get a lap back or not, and it looks like that's going to be Francis Hamilton in that number 48 Hennessy Performance Machine. So he's going to go ahead and grab a point for leading a lap and see what see what he can do with it. Or he may actually come on down pit road. May have just missed it. We'll have to see as this lap goes on. Francis Hamilton, a three-peat up in the booth, but he got a quick copy in that 48 Camaro.
Hello.
Hey, how are you, sir? See, you stayed out for one. Was that just simply to lead a lap, or did you kind of miss the entrance to pit road, maybe working with your spotter or something like that?
That's just simply to restart and last.
All right. Well, I mean, you're back there. You got a little bit going on. Looks like this Hennessy Performance number 48 Chrome version looking pretty clean all the way around. How are you getting, or how are you taking to the track? What are the track conditions like?
It's pretty tight, but we're just trying to keep her clean and take it to the finish this time.
Okay, so just trying to get to the back to avoid any kind of hornet's nest kind of issues. Any certain strategy that you're going to try to play out, or you're just gonna let it ride until it's time to go?
Let it ride until it's time to go.
All right, buddy. I'll get you back to your teammates. Which team were you with tonight, sir?
HPRL.
HPRL. All right. Good luck to you and everybody else.
Yep, thanks.
You got it. All right, so 48 playing a little bit extra, trying to go to the back, grab one extra lap of fuel. Usually when you pit on the second lap, it gives you an automatic black flag. I'm guessing maybe he saw something I didn't catch on to, but yeah, so we'll have to see. So Matt O'Brien's going to go ahead and lead these guys around. Holzer still to his outside. Duncan O'Connor, Tom Harmon, and Jimmy Cocker going to be your top 5. So right now, the guys that are in first, second, and fourth are the only guys in this field besides Jordan McGraw back there in 13th and Charles Kramer a little bit further back in 21st that are actually in their original positions. Everybody else either up or down on the night so far. Let's get ready to set them back green one more time. Let's go. Green flag's out. Barney's waving as he can. Let's go. A little bit of a side-by-side battle here between Duncan O'Connor and the 69 of Holzer to see if Holzer can grab a little bit of gear off the high side. Nothing doing there. So Holzer's just going to kind of ride. You see the 68 Avril Lavigne Camaro for Tom Harmon really all over the back end of the 69. Holzer not really giving too much room to that deuce. Going to fall back in line, as is most people all the way back through. There is that 12 of Tom Flickcroft. He's got the 31 of Jimmy Cocker right behind him. He's going to get up by that wall and keep on keeping on. Yeah, Tom, I was going to call you Tom's parents, I guess. Well, yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Flitcroft, we'll just go with that. Yeah, great racing, everyone. Absolutely, couldn't agree more. What a field. Again, 30 cars deep around this 1 mile oval up in New England. You know, it's kind of funny. You know, we were on the 11 a little bit ago. Kind of brings me back to his story with Denny Hamlin. When he won here, the trophy is a huge lobster. And Denny Hamlin's absolutely afraid of lobsters, so he kind of shied away from his prize. If you actually go to the race, maybe Google it or whatever, you'll see when they went to go give it to him to lift it up like a trophy, he shied away, said, I don't want anything to do with that. See, Holzer falling back. I'm going to guess the admins may have given Holzer an EOL for his consistent, or insistent, I should say, blinking. That's going to put him all the way to the back of the field. Now we're really going to have to see what Holzer's got in that Camaro under the hood to try to charge his way back up through the field. But that's going to be a bit of a setback for the man, no doubt. Let's actually go ahead and find out where his teammate is. Talking about Ryan Crooks right now in P number 11, up 4 spots from where he qualified. Again, in his EMGG glitch machine. Right behind the 61 of Micah Allard, and right in front of the 34 of Jordan McGraw. By the way, guys and gals, if you did not go back on Traction and look at the fight between Jordan McGraw and Andrew Wisdom for the championship on the Thursday nights, boy, that was something for the ages. Andrew Wisdom was able to edge out Jordan McGraw for the championship by 1 sole point. And that's only because Andrew Wisdom led a lap and led the most laps, and Jordan McGraw didn't lead any laps. That was literally it. So Andrew Wisdom went out, showed why he was a 4-time winner in that Indy series, and went ahead and took the championship by storm. BK Doug, I'm doing all right, buddy. How are you out there? Speaking of being out there, I've seen some messages come through from Facebook, obviously some from Twitch. Whether you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, or the brand new channel through the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV, you're gonna want to hit them up over on Twitter. They actually announced it today that they have secured 2 tickets, 2 duo tickets to the Talladega race later on this season, and they're going to be giving them away. Go on over to TSRC on Roku TV on Twitter. Give them a follow and retweet the tweet, and that automatically puts you into the running for 2 tickets to Talladega. What a race that's going to be. If you don't know the stories about the infield, man, I hope you get those tickets and you can claim them for yourself. Up front, still not missing anything from Matt O'Brien, still leading the way. Duncan O'Connor, P number 2. Brendan Book, though, how about this fight between him and Tom Harmon? This is for P number 3. Absolutely all kinds of room. Tom Harmon trying to get the throttle down on the high side. Brendan Book's definitely got to hope that he doesn't come on down and maybe tag that left rear, or that right rear rather, as looks like is Tom Flitcroft going to make this the 3 wide issue? We'll have to see coming off the corner, depending on what kind of muscle he's got. Nope, he's just going to be able to hang back. And you see the 32 back there also of Hunter Johnson trying to make some noise. Now getting on under Tom Flitcroft also. Tom Flitcroft's going to go high, wide, and handsome. They allow that 32 go on by. The next one to try to get on by him as well will be the 31. We'll see what kind of muscle Jimmy Cocker's got in his Virginia Tech Camaro. You know, Matt O'Brien, he's been able to lead from the pole. Let's actually jump on board, allow you to go ahead and crank it up. Let's take a ride or take a lap or two around New Hampshire Motor Speedway with the number 20. Again, go ahead and crank it up. All right, as you can see up there, a big thank you again to Matt O'Brien. As you can see up there on that right-hand side, the field is now pretty much spread out from the middle of turn number 1 all the way through the middle of turns 3 and 4. So completely consuming one full side of this track, as it looks like one car looks like maybe the 29, or either that or that's the 29th position car, having just a little bit of an issue further in the back. But Matt O'Brien so far has led, I believe, all 42 laps out of 150 that we've ran here at the Magic Mile. The two of Duncan O'Connor continuously trying to put a little bit of pressure on that 20, just not able to get to that back bumper. Again, Brendan Book now up 13 spots, sitting P3. Tom Harmon up 1 spot from where he qualified. But I believe our biggest mover is going to be this 32 for Hunter Johnson right now, up 19 spots. The next biggest mover is actually going to be a tie between Brendan Book and Ryan McCall a little bit further back here in this number 30 Shaboom Camaro. See Ryan McCall kind of letting that car drift up, get back in the throttle, and carry as much momentum as he can off of the corner. Doing all right. BK Doug, glad to hear that you're doing fabulous, my bud. All right, so for all you Holzer fans out there, Holzer now down 15 spots after starting P2. Right now sitting in P number 17. He's going to have to try to work his way back up through the field. I don't see any more blinking out of that EMGG glitch number 69 Camaro as he starts to put a little pressure on that Shaboom car, as we were just talking about, for Ryan McCall. Holt's going to try to dive to the inside. Let's see if he can get it going into the corner. Third to the outside. Third's going to go ahead and wash up just a little bit. That should give Holzer a little bit of run off. You hear him feathering that throttle just a little bit. Blah, 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 and then get on it all the way down the straightaway. Check in with Eliza Bethal, actually right in front of Holzer. Right now running P number 15. Down 8 spots from where she qualified. She's got the 22, that double deuce for Nate Mon just in front of her. And you hear her, kind of feathering that throttle as well. Let's do the same as we did with O'Brien earlier. Let's run a lap or two with this 64 to see how Eliza's having to work that throttle in order to get in and out of these corners successfully. You just gotta love to hear it. Let's go. That is a scary, scary sight, I tell you. All right, let's go ahead and widen this back out again. Yeah, that's a scary thing when you don't know exactly where that car in front of you is, because if they hit the wall and back up into you and they reappear inside your car, that could mean disaster for both of your nights. John Honeycutt, the Team FTR teammate in this high-tech securities number 50, down 3 spots from where he qualified, sitting P number 11 right now. You see that number 12 with Tom Flickcroft just in front, and Jordan McGraw back here in the shake and bake number 34 just behind. So this is for 10th, 11th, and 12th. As you can see, though, on that track map, we are very, very spread out. We are 1/3 distance now, working lap 50 out of 150. So 100 laps to go here in the Grove Rock Straps race here from New Hampshire. Thought I just saw one car go down pit road. Was that Philip Bridgman in 18? Yes, it was. Riding P29, so having to try to just salvage as many points as he can on the evening, and see what he can do. The best thing to do when you have a damaged car, when your car may not be handling to your liking, is race it out. Don't quit, because each position is a point, and you never know where the end of season standings are going to be based on 1 point. Think about what I said just a little bit ago between Andrew Wisdom and Jordan McGraw for the Thursday night Shake and Bake iRacing Indy Series that just had their championship conclusion last week. Whole lot of separation between a lot of these guys. Is kind of going through, making sure that we're not missing any great battle anywhere. Looks like Holzer, he's going to try to get on by Jordan McGraw right here. He's got him on the inside, coming across the start stripe. He will have the preferred line going into turns 1 and 2. And you see, looks like that middle groove, or I'm sorry, that first groove up off that yellow line is preferred for Holzer. Really wrapping that line pretty well. Let's keep on going. You see the 23 of Jose Ruiz right now all over the back end of the 06 for Dudes Castro Nevis. Looks like the 23 really did have a great entry into the corner, but had to check up just a little bit when the 06 checked up just a tad bit more and didn't want to rear end that car, causing some damage to his own. Looks like Dylan Robin is number 16 is on pit road right now, as you continue to see just a conveyor belt of cars that continue to work their way around. Still no change up front. Matt O'Brien now has led 57 laps, getting closer and closer to that lap 75 mark, where not only will he have clinched a point for leading a lap, but will also clinch leading the most laps as well. And that's absolutely something that he needs. Once the playoffs started last week at Darlington and Holzer was able to grab that W, he automatically advanced to the next round. Once we get to the round of 12 here in just 2 short weeks after next week. But this 20 car, he again was your regular series champion. I'll go ahead and show you what the points were like again before the race started this evening. So riding around with Matt O'Brien, he's 17 points to the good above the cutoff line, but as you can see, he's also quite a bit behind Brendan Book, Tom Harmon, only 1 point behind Ryan Crooks, but he's got a lot of points to make up if he wants to try to go, and make the championships 2 for 2, not only the regular season championship, but also the season championship as well. See Tom Harmon there, he's able to work to the inside. It looks like yellow flag's going to be out, And this is going to have something to do. I believe it's going to be... I believe this is going to be Tom Flitcroft a little bit further in the back. Let's see if that's actually who this is and ride with him right now. Let's go ahead and grab a better camera to do so. Yep, so it is going to be Tom Flitcroft in that number 12. Looks like the car in front of him a little squirrely coming off the corner. Tom went ahead and tried to stab the gas, locked it down, does a complete 360, getting back on the throttle, but it was enough for the caution to fly. Good job by him to keep it locked down, not come back up on track and collect anybody else, and also good job by him for not getting any damage to this Good Wrench Quick Lube Plus number 12 Camaro. Great job, Tom. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Matt O'Brien, he's again leading the procession all the way down pit road. And everybody will grab their second set of tires. Doesn't look like anybody is going to gamble this time. The car that just went by, he's actually just going to go ahead and grab his lap back, much like the, I believe, much like the 18. Yeah, because Matt O'Brien is still showing as your leader. So coming off pit road, it looks like O'Brien will lead the deuce of O'Connor. And let's see if we can actually get a quick word with driver 20. Matt O'Brien right now racing out on Nitro Motorsports. All right. Matt O'Brien, driver of this number 20 Cloud9 machine, seeing you in a very, very familiar spot, leading 61 of the 150 laps that have been run so far tonight. You got to feel pretty good in this clean air, sir.
Yeah, I can tell you I was expecting this. Usually I'm pretty awful here, so I don't know what's into me tonight, but I was fastest in practice, got pole, I've led every lap, and it's been pretty good, smooth sailing so far.
I'll tell you what, you're 17 points ahead of the cut line after Holzer won last week, and you claimed the regular season championship, and you were phenomenal in pointing the entire field to death as the regular season went on. I definitely wish you a whole lot of luck. I know we got very, very short pace laps here. Looks like y'all already doubling up. I'll get you back. Good luck, and keep the shiny side up, sir.
Yep, I'll try.
There you go. All right, let's get you back with your... I said it before.
Nitro.
Nitro, that's right. There we go. All right, so we got him back with his Nitro teammates. Man, what a phenomenal ride. Lights atop the pace truck. Been doing quite a few truck races as of late. But, yeah, have to see what this 20 is capable of. I mean, just simply beating the 68, the 42, the 32 and company off pit road, that's disallowing anybody else from grabbing a lap lead, and also making sure that as the control car, he's going to be the first one to go ahead and stab that throttle, and he doesn't have to worry about getting back on the throttle in the middle of the corner or anything else like that. He can go right when that pace car hits the commitment line if he chooses. So lights atop the pace car are out. They're coming through turns 3 and 4. Let's get on back over to our flag stand. You see Barney put away the yellow, grab the green. You're going to see that pace car make that left turn towards Albuquerque, talking about pit road. Here we go.
Green, green, green.
Green, green, green. Let's go racing. Because the 20 was a control car, he was the first one to be able to hit that throttle. Like I said, as you see one car again down on the apron, that looks like it's going to be the 69 of Holzer making that battle 3 wide. 3 wide behind him, and he's got Ryan Crooks all the way up on that outside wall. It looks like they're going to come off the corner side by side as teammates. They got the number 1 Hennessy machine for Brody Falliker right behind the 31 of Cocker right in front in the 42 of Brendan Book. So both the MGG machines choosing that inside line to try to advance. So right now you got team cars running 5th and 6th with Cocker just to the outside. Actually, I take that back. Ryan Crooks is in 6th. James Holzer right now in 8th. Jimmy Cocker, kind of the meat in the EMGG sandwich.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow's out. Looks like John Osborne's going to have a little bit of an issue a little bit further in the back. We'll go back in just a moment. Looks like everybody's going to go ahead and get woed up and slowed up. Looks like Tom Harmon is going to go ahead and be able to grab P number 2 off of all that exchange. That's one thing about fresh tires. You really can get on up there and try to challenge, make up as many spots as you can right off the get-go. But yeah, let's see what happened with John Osborne, and we'll come on right back. All right, so John Osborne, he's got that Mango machine to his outside. Talking about that 82, I believe. Yep, it looks like he's just going to get a little loose under throttle. Hold it down. Didn't collect anybody else. No damage to the car earlier, or no damage to the car either, except maybe some pretty heated tires. But good job by him. And good job by everybody else behind him not to allow him to collect. Now, I imagine that everybody will stay out right now. Nobody's going to come on in. So let's see if we can maybe grab a hold of old Tom Harmon and have a quick word with this Avril Lavigne driver. Let's see if we can find him right quick. There he is, sitting there in Output Racing. Tom Harmon, Avril Lavigne is making up a lot of spots tonight. How you feeling about this 68 Camaro, sir?
I don't know how I'm here. I don't like this track, so this is a miracle that I'm here.
Well, I tell you what, it's like second verse, the same as the first. We talked to Matt O'Brien just before we went back green, and he said the same exact thing, almost verbatim. So, man, you're sitting P number 2 up 3 spots on your qualifying effort tonight. You got Hunter Johnson behind you, Duncan O'Connor and Brendan Book to round out the top 5. So far, that 20 of Matt O'Brien has led every single lap. Can you get up there and take one from him?
I'd like to. He's not going to get a perfect race if I can get up there, I can tell you that.
Well, buddy, I think we're going to be going back green this time, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll go ahead and I'll get you back with, you were with Team Output, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, I'll go ahead and I'll get you back with your guys. You've been on a tear. Go ahead and continue that. You know I'm a fan, sir.
Thanks, sir.
You got it. All right, so get him back with Output Racing right now. And, man, wouldn't it be interesting to see this 68 really be a contender inside that top 4 when it's all said and done, when we get to, I believe it's Homestead, Miami, to crown your champion, the same as it was years back. All right, so lights atop the pace car are still on. Everybody, though, getting back side by side. They want to go back green. They don't want one more pace lap. They want to see this go back green and get down and dirty up here in New England. So out there in chat, who do y'all have tonight for gaining of the lobster? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the 20? Is it going to be the 68? Is now the 20? He went ahead and chose the outside line, giving a preferred line to the 68 as the 20 found something new up high to where he's able to gain just a little bit of grip. We'll have to see as the race goes on. Man, that could be something different. Lights atop the pace car are out. Down the middle of the backstretch they go, working lap 70 of 150. So, man, we're closing in further and further, and so far, again, the 20 has led every single set. Of these 70 laps, can he lead 5 more? to clinch most laps led? Let's find out. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Pace car again, going to go ahead and pull off. Let's get ready for that green flag to fly one more time.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag's out. Let's go. All right, so one more lap under green, 68. Actually lost a spot on that bottom line while the 20 of Matt O'Brien was able to go ahead and secure 2 more laps under his belt. Duncan O'Connor back in a very, very familiar place right now, running P number 2. But look at this charge by Holzer back in P number 3. If there's an award for passing the most amount of cars, it will be this 69 EMGG Glitch Camaro back inside P number 3. So right back in a podium spot. One more spot and he will have retaken or regained every single one of the positions that he lost by that EOL. And it looks like yellow flag's going to fly one more time. Looks like Jacob Kerr is going to be a person of interest a little bit further in the back. Let's see if we can find Kerr right now and find out exactly what happened with this number 11 FedEx Yoda. All right, so he's on the bottom side. There you see the 11 going really low. 11! Oh, we'll have to actually, let's rewind that just a little bit. We'll pick up on the 11's camera and see if that is all, see if there's any kind of net code there or if the 12 just kind of slid up the track a little bit. Let's go with the right front of the 12 and we'll play it from here. And I said that's not who I wanted. Let's go ahead and rewind that one more time. That is not the driver I wanted. I wanted Tom Flitcroft, right? Let's get back with Tom Flitcroft. There we go. Now let's go ahead and play it from here now. Oh, well, that looked like maybe a little bit of net code because the car went right through the 11, but then the 11 reacted afterwards. So I think, yeah, I think we can put that on the 12 this time. All right, and we're going to go ahead and bring it back live. But nonetheless, it went ahead and sent the 11 down pit road. There you see the 81, the 48, the 16, 16, 55, and company. A whole lot of cars on pit road this time. There you see Jordan McGraw on the 34 pulling off, as well as the 16. And there goes Tyler Dohar, 55, Jeff No, Stout Whiskey, and many, many others. All right, so we talked to Duncan O'Connor earlier. We talked to Matt O'Brien. Let's see if we can pick up with James Holzer. I don't believe I saw Holzer as available earlier. I'm going to go through again just to double check. Yep, he's actually sitting with Kerr and all these guys. So let's go ahead and bring him up to the booth. James Holzer, Big John, buddy, if I just said on stream, bud, if there was an award for passing the most cars tonight, you would have that quite handily in this number 69 EMGG Glitch Camaro. You got to feel pretty good about the piece you got under you here at New Hampshire.
Yeah, I feel alright about it. It gets pretty loose on the long run. Was still trying to figure out some different things there. Was really just trying to save and was trying to do some other things there once our blinking got so bad we had to go to the back. But I don't know if we learned anything or not, but O'Brien is really, really fast, and it's very hard to pass here. So you almost have to get it aggressively on the early run. But with two teammates working together up front, it's going to be really hard to make some moves. So just going to try to manage, and hopefully we can get past them. But since we got the win, we'll be locked in to the next round, I believe. So Just being consistent and you know, just trying to figure some stuff out. We can kind of experiment a little bit. If the strategy comes up, we can kind of go for it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then we know it won't work in the championship, or in the next round, I should say.
Well, just give you a little bit of points info, but working lap number 77 right now, and with that 20 leading every single lap, he's now clinched most laps led here from New Hampshire. We saw you and the 25 working pretty good nose to tail earlier. So both of the EMGG cars showing to have a pretty good performance tonight. I wish you the best of luck, bud. I'll get you back with your teammates. Go get them.
Thanks so much.
You got it, buddy. All right, so we'll get him back to C Motorsports down here right now, and yeah, we definitely wish him some wish him well. All right, again, coming through turns 3 and 4. Lights atop the pace car are out. We're going to get back with our flag man as the pace car goes ahead and pulls off. Definitely want to thank everybody that's out there in chat, whether you're watching on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, or through the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV. Let's go racing! Oh, I just saw the 30 Shaboom car just go on up and plow that outside wall. You saw some others have to make some pretty aggressive stance, or aggressive moves rather, in order to not get collected. And I think just that 30 was the one with the most amount of damage, as it looks like that Holzer machine still trying to get by Duncan O'Connor, just not yet able to. But you saw him, as he said, he's going to have to get aggressive, trying to pull the inside. Duncan said no. Look at him get all the way down on that yellow line, try to flatten out the curve and carry a whole lot of speed off. Nothing doing there, but he said he had to try. Let's actually jump on board with Holzer and see how he's having to pilot this 69 Camaro. Go ahead and let's go crank it up. Let's go. Yellow flag's out. We're going to go ahead and break away from this lap with Holzer. Find out exactly what happened here. Looks like Tom Flitcroft may be somewhere again in the back. I believe it's with him. Let's go back and find out, because the other Tom Harmon, is right there. Let's go back. Yep, there's the 12 on the inside. Let's ride along as he's inside the number 1. A little loose again, under throttle. 22 and Nate Mine gets on by. Does he stop it before getting the wall? Yes, he does. Doesn't collect anybody else. Just a little bit of a heated tire issue again. But again, way to keep this number 12 in one piece. I tell you, if Tom Flitcroft is able to come on back and salvage a great top 5, top 10, he's going to look at both of these spins, and he's going to thank his lucky stars that he didn't collect anybody else, and he was able to get this 12 pointed in the right way and digging. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live again. So Matt O'Brien, Duncan O'Connor, James Holzer. We also talked to Tom Harmon. Ryan Crooks would be the next one, as it looks like that 25 is actually going to go ahead and stay out. Let's see, not to lead a lap though. Looks like he will restart in the 3rd position. Let's see if we can grab a quick word with Ryan right now. Looking for Ryan. Haven't found him just yet. All right, so Ryan Crooks might be having some comm issues. Normally he's available. It doesn't look like he is tonight. So how about the fourth place driver of Jimmy Cocker? I believe I did see him. Yeah, Jimmy Cocker's down here in Team HPRL. So let's go ahead and bring him up. Jimmy Cocker, this sorry about that. Didn't mean to interrupt you mid conversation, but right now he's sitting P number 4 in this Virginia Tech number 31, bringing back some of your old glory days, bud. Sitting pretty well inside the top 5. You've been inside the top 10, it seems, all night long in this Virginia Tech Camaro. How you feeling about the track here in New England, and what you got for these leaders, bud?
Yeah, Pete, I really like this racetrack. It's kind of like Richmond from what I can tell. I tried experimenting a little bit there using the outside line in turns 3 and then diamonding really hard down into turn 4. I just love this place, man. It's kind of a driver's racetrack.
I'm kind of glad you said that. I talked about the different ways of getting around this track in pre-race, about one, either grabbing the second groove right where you just went around, turns 3 and 4, and the other was diamonding. Hit that yellow line, let the car wash up maybe 2, maybe 3 lanes, and then get the car to cut back down, and if you can, kind of flatten out the curve off of the corner and carry as much speed down that straightaway. So thank you very much for vindicating what I thought might actually be a way to get around here. But, man, you got Ryan Crooks to your inside. Matt O'Brien has led every single lap so far. You have anything for this top 3?
I don't know, man. This is the first time I've been this far up, so we'll see.
All right, well, buddy, I'll go ahead and I'll get you back with your Team HPRL teammates right now. And, man, keep the shiny side up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You got it. All right, again, so Jimmy Cocker, again, your Daytona winner. He's the one who set the bar very, very early in the season, race number 1, season number 1, and we're going to go back racing this time by. Getting all bunched up. Pace car's going to pull off. Let's get with Barney. Let's go back racing.
Green, green, green.
Looks like the 2 of Duncan O'Connor may not have had the exit that he wanted. He's going to fall back a few spots. The 25 of Ryan Crooks going to go ahead and move up. Now look at the 31 charging hard on the outside, diamonding out the corner like he just mentioned. He's going to be able to stay there to the outside of the 25. Going to have to give up the ghost and give. Whoa! Got playing a little bit of bumper tag. 25 checked up a little bit before the 31 was ready, but that outside momentum should allow him to keep Nate Mon behind him. And there goes the number 1 Hennessy Performance Camaro for Brody Falliker. So move him up to the highest position he's been all night. That puts the 31 back to P number 4, and Nate Mon, P5, side by side, coming off 3 and 4 towards that start stripe. Let's start lap number 88 out of 150. Tonight it's all been Matt O'Brien. But how about this 25 now? Ryan Crooks up 13 spots, sitting P number 2, stalking this number 20. This has been the first time that Crooks has been up here. He had a great little run. It didn't help that there's a little bit of contact between some guys behind him, but nonetheless, you got to be in position to take the runs when they come your way.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Let's see if we can find out what this one is for. It looks like Hunter Johnson might have had an issue. I believe he's in that 32. Let's see if we can go back, find where he's at, and pick up with him. Yeah, running this Jordan brand scheme. I don't see any damage on the front. Wonder if he might have just looped it around like we've seen the 12 do a couple times. And let's go back, find out what happened with Hunter. There he is on the bottom. He's got the 23 of Jose Ruiz to his outside. There's the 68 of Tom Harmon. Just a little, trying to hold it down. Didn't collect. Whoa! Yeah, it stabbed that gas. You saw the rest of the field coming. Great job by him. He might have been collected. That rear end might have been picked up if he didn't stab the gas right when he did. So good track awareness, good sense of mind to give it a little bit of gas and get out of the racing groove. Great job. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live again. And let's see. Looks like this time we do have some takers on pit road, including Mike DeWalt, Charles Kramer, Tom Harmon, and a few others as well. But Matt O'Brien, Ryan Crooks, Brody Falliker, they're going to go ahead and stay out. Let's see if we can actually catch up with Brody Falliker in this number 1 right quick. Let's see. Brody, where are you at? There he is. Another one down there in Team HPRL. Let's go ahead and bring him up to the booth and see what he's got to say about this number 1 Hennessy Performance Machine. Brody Falliker, it's repeat up in the booth, and welcome, bud. Definitely been a little bit since I got a chance to talk to you. This number 1 Hennessy Performance Machine now right back where you qualified. So you've fallen back some, you've gained some spots back. How you feeling about this Camaro in this track tonight?
Really loose. That's pretty much the story of the whole race for me right now. I'm just trying to adjust my car, and you know, it's definitely been interesting coming back through the field after losing all those spots on pit road.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting night. Seen a lot of people get loose, as you said. Seen a lot of different lines, a few different strategies. Man, Matt O'Brien, he's been able to lead every single lap tonight, working on lap number 92 of 150, so just 58 laps to go. Can you get up there, score a point for lap led, or maybe even take it all the way?
Oh man, I hope so. I mean, that 20 car always has pace anywhere that we go, so he's always a fierce competitor, and honestly, I just really want to stay up here. I don't really care about a lap led. I just want to finish a race.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're surrounded by a few guys that really haven't spent a whole lot of time in the top 5 tonight. Matt O'Brien, you know, he's been, you know, the cat's meow, you know, all night long. But Ryan Crooks, he's up 13 spots. Nate Mon right behind you in that double deuce sun drop machine, he's up 10 spots. And then Jimmy Cocker, he's up 1 spot from where he qualified. But you are surrounded by a lot of guys that have not seen a lot of action inside the top 5. Definitely wish you a lot of luck. I'll get you back with your HPRL teammates. Go get them, sir.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, so again, we're going to go ahead and get him back. Definitely wish him a lot of luck. Haven't really seen a whole lot of performance out of this Hennessy Performance number 1 Camaro. Could this be his changing point on the season? We'll have to find out. All right, going down the backstretch. Lights atop the pace car, I believe, are out. Again, it's going to be a restart between the 20 and the 25. The 1, the 22, the 31, and the 06. How about Dudes Castroneves having a great run so far? Let's go ahead and bring it back to Barney if we can. Let's go.
Green flag, green flag.
Side by side right now from 2nd through 4th, but it looks like the 1 is going to go ahead and get a great run off the corner. Ryan Crooks up on the outside, 3 wide right now for P number 3. 22 in the middle, 31 down low, 25 up high. This is not easy, ladies and gents, but somehow they're going to be able to make it work, and they're going to switch it up. The MGG cars went ahead and took the 22 3 wide as well, and Crooks is going to go ahead and make a huge run on that outside. All kinds of room to run, diamonding the corner like he mentioned earlier to go ahead and grab as much speed as he can. Caution. Looks like this might have something to do with Eliza Bethal, John Osborne, and Jacob as well. Let's see if we can find Eliza right now, pick up with her, and find out what happened as she's back here in 26th after this issue. But I don't see a whole lot of damage to that Team FTR number 64 Camaro. Let's play off of this. All right, chase it up. You see Michael Allard to her outside. Looks like a 22, a little loose. Eliza checking up, but gets rear-ended side by side going into the corner. You see the 81 as well. Not a whole lot of damage. Kind of looked like synchronized spinning to me. Let's actually go ahead and back this up. And I actually want to see how this plays out from overhead. All right, go ahead and stop this here. Let's go with the chopper and see how this looks. So you see Eliza underneath Micah Allard. No contact between her and the 61. She breaks hard, gets punted a little bit by Jordan McGraw. You see the 81, the 11, and more. 54 got into the side of Jacob Kerr a little bit, but for the most part, just a synchronized spin. Not too bad, no real damage, but man, that could be huge for points later, because I showed you the points earlier as they were playing out, and Eliza needed to capitalize on some. That could be a lucky break for her as we go throughout this round of the playoffs. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. So there you see Eliza on pit road, just grabbing 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. That way she doesn't have to worry about it as it goes on. So we talked to Matt O'Brien, we talked to Brody Falliker, we talked to Jimmy Cocker and James Holzer. Let's see if maybe we can get a hold of Dudes Castroneves and pull him up to the booth. I'm pretty sure he's going to be down here with Team FTR. In fact, he is. And let's see if we can chat with the young man. Dudes, Castroneves, it's Repeat up in the booth. How's that Sirius XM 06 car feeling for you tonight here in New England?
Slow. I feel like I'm just going in circles on one of those Legends road courses.
Well,
Literally. My car feels slow. In the early part, I couldn't really keep up with anyone. I wore out the tires too much, and these cautions are really just helping us stay up here right now.
Well, we're working lap number 98 of 150. You are the furthest up you've been all night long. In fact, there's only one other person that's gained more spots than you, and that's going to be Ryan McCall back in number 30, but he's got a whole lot of right side damage. You're up 17 spots from where you qualified. How strong do you think you can finish this race, dudes?
I think at the best, a 7th or a 6th.
7th or a 6th. Well, we saw you finish out the Shake and Bake iRacing Indy Series. Unfortunately, you weren't able to make the championship race. Good to see you tonight for the iRacing Cup Series Season 1 playoff race here from New Hampshire. Good luck, buddy. We'll keep an eye on you. You got it. All right, we're going to go ahead and get you back with your Team FTR teammates. It's a nice looking paint scheme you got. Good luck again.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, so we got him back with Eliza and company. Dudes is doing all right in that Toyota Camry. All right, let's check in again with Matt O'Brien. Bring it back up to the front. Looks like the 69 of Holter to the outside. Jimmy Cocker, Micah Allard, and Dudes, again, one more time. Getting ready to set them back. It looks like going through turns 3 and 4. The lights on top of the pace car are out. Are y'all ready to take this back green? I know I am. Let's bring it back to Barney. Get ready for that green flag to drop. Matt O'Brien and James Holzer can see him. Green flags back out. Let's go racing. I was keeping it right here because Holzer said he was going to have to do something. He was going to have to be aggressive. You see, kind of got into that corner just a little bit hot, and the 20 was able to roll the exit a little bit better. Was there just a little bit of contact there? It's very, very possible. The 20 now down low, Holzer up high. Let's go ahead and bring this back in close. 69 to the outside, 20 to the inside. Holzer's going to have a little bit of momentum. Is he able to get it without slapping the wall so far? Holzer's going to go ahead and lead that lap. That's 1 point back in his favor. So now the 20 just has 1 point on him for the night so far. For most laps led, Holzer can't catch that. 48 laps remaining here from New Hampshire. Can Holzer now go on up? Yellow flag's out. Looks like this is going to be a few people. Jordan McGraw, Jeff No, Elijah Bethal, Nate Mon, and more. A little bit further in the back. Let's go back with Jordan McGraw right now. Find out what happened with that number 34 and see how this caution played out. Again, not a whole lot of damage on this 34. So was it again just a spin? I didn't see damage on the front or the back. Let's go play it back. So you see Jordan up high. There's the 23 of Jose Ruiz, the 68 Avril Lavigne machine. Yeah, just got a little loose on exit. Collected quite a few this time. There's the 30. There's the 11 of Kerr just plows the back end of Eliza. Eliza nowhere to go. Hits the 68 really hard. Looks like the 22 was involved as well. Let's actually go ahead and play this back one more time from the blimp view. That way you get a full view of everything. Actually, let's try chopper maybe and get a better view of everything that just happened. So again, 34 up top, going to get a little loose. And yeah, just nowhere to go. And everybody just plows in. Kerr just, pile drive the back end of that 64. Eliza could not stop. Wow. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. Now you see the 11 on pit road. You see the 64. You see the double deuce. So many on pit road now. Brendan Book, looks like he's going to go ahead and inherit the lead. That tells me that, where are they? The 20 and the 69 had to have come down pit road. Yep, Holzer back here right along with the 20. So Brendan Book, he's going to take his turn leading the field around in this McConey setup shop Camaro. Let's see if we can pick up with Brendan Book right now. Brendan Book in this number 42 McConey setup shop Camaro. Buddy now up 15 spots, and man, I tell you, there's been a lot going on behind you. You stayed out. Is it just merely for the clean air and get out of that hornet's nest for once, or you got something else up your sleeve, sir?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I only have one set of tires left, so if I would have pitted there, I'd have used my last set, and because I kind of pulled a different strategy early on, hoping it would go green and make it on fuel when less of like the top 10, stayed out. So kind of got to at least save that set of tires and hopefully to see what this clean air does with the lead and also leading the lap. So hopefully it works out.
Yeah, it seems like, O'Brien, he's got most laps led tonight clinched. Holzer, he was able to just go on up there and lead a lap as well. Now you're leading a lap and you're sitting right behind Holzer in the season points. You've been a man to be able to hold people off all season long. Can you do it tonight from New England?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. It's not my best track. I had a good long run speed earlier, like medium run speed, but I don't think if this goes green, I definitely don't think I'll be able to hold them off. But I'm looking for a top 5 finish, so that's my main goal right now. Just get a lot of points.
All right, buddy. I'll go ahead and I'll get you back with your Team FTR teammates. Good luck. Go get them. You got Jose Ruiz to your outside.
Thanks.
You got it. All right, so he is back with Team FTR, and again, you see on your track map up top, They're going through 3 and 4, about ready to go back green. Let's bring it back up to Barney again. 9th caution on the night. Let's go back green flag racing. Here we go.
Green.
Tom Flitcroft, after a couple of spins, now finds himself in P number 2 with the 32 of Hunter Johnson, which also had a self-spin but was able to save any damage, as it looks like we got a little bit of a battle back here. Not only these two, but Hunter Johnson and Brendan Book as well. Looks like Hunter Johnson going to be able to, I'm sorry, not Brendan Book, but Tom Flitcroft, as it looks like Tom's going to try a little bit of a crossover. Can he pull it? He wasn't able to quite get the throttle down to secure the position. Going to dive to the inside, get a little bit of brake, get a little bit of throttle, and try to pull back up. But it looks like 32 is going to have the run off and be able to keep on keeping on. Put that 12 back to P number 3. Hunter Johnson up 22 spots from where he qualified. After spinning out, now trying to challenge for the lead. Brendan Book able to go ahead and grab a point for leading a lap. 41 laps remaining now of this 150 from New England. 32 diving it in. 42 is going to give way, get back in the throttle. New leader. How about Brian Pizzichemi up 22 spots as well right now, sitting P number 4 in his Camaro. Ryan Crooks right behind him with looks like James Holzer there as well. It looks, I mean, the 23, he restarted outside after that caution was finished. Now finds himself back in P number 7. So a whole lot of guys that went on down pit road, grabbed some Eagle Feel Goods, going to be able to march their way through the field. Let's see just how far Crooks, Holzer, and others are able to go. You see just a little bit of a dent on the hood of that number 12 GM Goodwrench Camaro. Definitely loving this this Dale Earnhardt throwback that he runs each and every week. Absolutely loving it. He even has the Monte Carlo above the grill. So Hunter Johnson now again your leader in this number 32. Brendan Book, all he wanted to do was lead a lap. Now he can kind of fall back, maybe conserve a little bit of tire, really take it easy on the throttle, manage his own race, just keep up with the leader. He doesn't have to be all over the back end of that thing. He doesn't have to have, you know, that Marconi setup shop hood so far up the tailpipe of the 32 that he can't see where he's going, where he's got to hit his marks. All he's got to do is ride and conserve his fuel, conserve tire, and be able to make it to the end. 37 laps remaining here from New Hampshire. If you just joined, again, I am Repeat, and this is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series live from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Whether you're watching on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, or the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV, welcome aboard. Speaking of the Sim Racing channel on Roku, they actually tweeted out earlier that they're giving away a pair of tickets to the Talladega race in October. I believe if you go on over their Twitter, it's basically just TSRC on Roku TV, and you can follow the channel and retweet the message for your chance at those tickets. There you go. I'll actually go ahead and show you what their Twitter looks like. There you go. Except the space between the N and the R, but you can't take it back and redo it. It's a lot like Twitter. There's no edit button, right? But now Hunter Johnson actually, with kind of pulling away a little bit, has a good 4/10 lead back to Brendan Book. Brendan Book with about a 3/10 lead back to James Holzer. James Holzer and the 25 of Ryan Crooks almost nose to tail, but looks like Tom Flitcroft He's going to take it side by side with Micah. Oh, 12. Wait, man, what a power slide. And able to hold on to it. Man, that I'm sure that took everything in his power. But you just saw the 25 come on up and tag the left rear of the 12. 12 didn't go around, but looked like Ryan Crooks tried to recover and was not able to. Does not bring out the caution. Let's see if we can catch back up with Ryan Crooks and this spin and see exactly what happened with that 25 EMGG machine right now. Oh, so he checked up not to wreck the 12 and ended up getting punted a little bit by Micah Allard. Allard up by the wall and others really trying to save it. There's the caution. Wow. See the sparks coming out from behind this 25. I'm going to guess he's got some diffuser damage, and he's definitely going to have to come on down pit road. This will not bode well for Ryan Crooks. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. He tried to do the right thing, checked up, but unfortunately, the competition was too close. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so I believe we talked to Hunter. We definitely talked to Holtzer. We talked to Book. Let's see if maybe actually we're gonna let Flitcroft be. That way he can worry about his pit stop, getting in and out of pit road properly. Let's see. That's gonna bring Matt O'Brien back up to P3. How about Tyler Dohar? He decided to stay out in his number 77, and I think I know exactly where to find him. He's probably gonna be down there in Team FTR. And yes, he is. Let's see. Tyler Dohar rocking this Elite Performance Industries number 77. Dohar, you are now up 6 spots from where you qualified, and I believe the furthest up in the field you've been all night long. What you got going on in this Camaro, bud?
Not a whole lot, Pete. We're just trying to survive, honestly. I mean, a lot of these guys just like to break about 5 car lengths deeper than us, and we've been run over too many times to count, but we got off tire cycle intentionally early on, saved a set, so we have it set to burn in the pits if we get a late yellow here. But I want to see it go green for about maybe 20 laps or so, and then get the yellow, burn those guys that just pit, give us enough time to put the last set on and get up there. But, I mean, lap car, lead lap car, don't matter. These guys are just racing ridiculous. But, you know, we got to start going on the offensive because we got to make up points from our Darlington. But, you know, this Elite Performance Industries, Filter Time, Swag Biz, Chevy Camaros, it's all right. We just need a long green flag run.
All right, so talking about a long green flag run, we know that you're great at those and really being able to preserve everything that you've got in your car. Holtzer, Book, and O'Brien are ahead. All 3 of those guys are bad fast. You know them very, very well. If you're able to get this number 77 in clean air, how different do you think the handling will be?
Drastically different, because I won't have to worry about what's in front of me and then look behind me and make sure guys are compensating for having to brake early. We need to get by the 42. He's on older tires compared to us. I'm on the same tires as the 69 and the 20 as the 69 continues to blink. You know, that's kind of going to be our strategy here, is get around the 42 as quick as possible, fall in line with these 2, and then hopefully we get a later yellow. We can take our last set. Those guys will stay out, and we'll have enough time to get up there and maybe pass them.
All right, buddy. Dory, definitely wish you a lot of luck. Go get them. We'll see how you proceed. And I'll get you back with your Team FTR teammates right now.
Sounds good, Pete. Thanks.
You got it. All right, again, Tyler Dohar, owner and operator of the Filter Time eSpark Xfinity Series. Last season, they were hydrated by B-Water. Looking forward to these guys coming back again soon. I mentioned earlier, go on over to your stock quote, stock ticker. Look up INKW. A lot of movement in there. Those are the B-Water guys. You're going to want to maybe get some if you can. They just launched their new hemp line publicly, and it has absolutely shot through the roof. Again, big shout out to Jordan Bain or N&R Boehner back in the day for making all that happen. We're going to go ahead and set these guys green one more time. As you can see them by the track map in the top right hand side, going through turns 3 and 4. Gonna get piled up. Let's bring it back to Barney and get ready to set these guys green, completing caution number 10 on the night here from New Hampshire. Let's go! Whole lot of action back here in the proverbial Hornet's Nest. You see the 11, the 1861, the 31 of Cocker, and a lot of these guys taking it 2 and 3 wide. No joke whatsoever. You see Duncan O'Connor, he's got the 12 in the middle. Up high is going to be the 37. 37 is going to be Andrew Sanford. 23 of Jose Ruiz going to go around. Can he save it this time? It's not going to be a self-spin for the 12 as he got tagged trying to hold on to it. Happened live right there. Man, on these newer tires, everybody's gonna go on up and get all they can. While the getting is good, they try to get maybe just a little too much, but the 12, he did a phenomenal job trying to save that. Let's actually go back with the 12 and see how all of that played out. Let's go ahead and jump on board with the... Nope, not that one. Let's jump on board with the chopper and get a wider view. Let's go. Oh, no. Let's go ahead. We'll have to rewind it right from there. Guess I waited too long. All right, so it looked like he was having some issues from the get-go. But, yeah, check this out. I'm actually going to widen out even more. Let's go up to the blimp. Two down low, 12 in the middle, 37 up high, like I mentioned. 28 of Pizzicami able to slide on by. There's Jose Ruiz getting loose as well. And just as the 12 tried to save it, no dice. The 50 of Honeycutt comes on up and tags him and sent them around. Nowhere for Honeycutt to go. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. Working caution number 11 on the night. Holtzer's going to go ahead and continue to lead. Matt O'Brien, Tyler Dohar, Dudes Castroneves sitting P number 4. Jacob Kerr right now sitting in P number 5. We haven't had a chance to talk to this man who's had a few great saves, a few issues also on track. Let's see if we can pick up on Kerr. He should also be down in Team FTR if I'm not mistaken. Or not. Oh, he's up here in C Motorsports. All right, 1 second. Jacob Kerr, it's repeat up in the booth. I tell you what, this FedEx Express number 11 has had quite an eventful night. You find yourself up 4 spots from where you qualified, sitting P number 5, and there's actually 3 Toyotas inside this top 5. How you feeling about your run from here to the end, sir?
You know, not too bad. Not the best in the tire situation. It's been an up and down day, like you said. I've been back through the field a few times, but overall, it's pretty good. And we'll see what happens with the fresh tires coming up behind us, though.
Yeah, there were a lot of guys charging on those 4 freshies, and it definitely caused a little bit of a traffic jam in the back. That actually is what sent the 12 around, possibly. He was trying to save it and just unfortunately got tagged in the rear end, got sent through the grass. But man, I definitely wish you a lot of luck. Just like I tell everybody that I get a chance to talk to mid-race. 25 laps remaining. Holzer, O'Brien, Dohar, and Castroneves in front of you. Can you get to the podium at least?
Possibility. We'll see what happens, though.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll go ahead and excuse me. I'll get you back with your teammates right now. And as our buddy Rick James always says, man, keep the shiny side up.
I will do my best.
There you go. All right, again, Jacob Kerr out of Stillwell, Kansas. His on board, you see Micah Allard pulling to his outside. coming off turns 1 and 2, going down the backstretch, and as you can see, they are all double file right back up. And if we come up to Holzer, it's going to be the same story. That's the way it's looking all the way through this 29 car field from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Will Holzer win the big old lobster? We'll have to see. Let's go ahead and bring it back to Barney. Pace car is going to pull off. Let's go back. Let's go.
Green, green, green.
Again, because Holzer was the control car, he was able to go on up and stab the throttle first. You see the 77 in P number 3 now. Dudes Castroneves falling a little bit back behind Kerr and others. You see the 32 trying to squeeze that 16 of Allard up just a little bit. Duncan O'Connor making a little bit of contact with the left rear, the 61 as well. With all this going on behind Holzer, he's now got a little bit of a gap back to the 20 of Matt O'Brien. 22 laps remaining. Top 3, Holzer, O'Brien, and Dohar. 32 trying to charge his way up, now able to clear himself for P number 4. That's going to put Kerr back. Oh, we got contact in the back. Looks like it's going to be Tom Flitcroft, John Osborne, and Philip Bridgman. This time, hard contact into the outside wall. No single car spin. All right, so let's go back with John Osborne and pick up with him right now. Doesn't look like there's any real damage to this number 81 Woody's machine, but let's see how it plays out. All right, so there you see him up on the high side. You see the 42 of Brendan Book just below him, trying to clear. A little bit of contact there, and that is how it all shakes out. Kind of odd. That 81 just nosed the wall on both sides, and I didn't see any issues. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and check with Philip Bridgman, and we'll play it from here. Bridgman nowhere to go. See the 34 of J-Mac go on down to dodge it all. 30 Shaboom car down in the grass. Some people did get damage out of this, others not so much. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so we talked to Holzer, we talked to O'Brien, Dohar. I believe we talked to Hunter Johnson. We just talked to Jacob Kerr. How about Brian Pizzichemi now? Sitting P number 6, up 20 spots from where he queued. Let's see if we can maybe find him right quick. Working caution number 12, and I have a feeling it's going to be a very, very interesting final 19 laps with everybody's going to be ultra aggressive, elbows up, all about the positions. Yeah, Mao, I gotta agree. That 12 is having one hell of a rough day. All right, let's see if we can pick up on Pizzichemi right now. He's down there in Output Racing. Mr. Pizzichemi in this number 28, up 20 spots from where you qualified in this Camaro. Bud, you're about ready to break this top 5. Can you get up there and maybe try to get a podium?
Oh, we're gonna try. This thing has been all over the place, so I'm hoping to at least keep it underneath me. Maybe scrape the wall once where it doesn't break the car, and maybe we'll get the podium. I don't know. These guys have been really fast all race.
Each and every race, you're repping Quantum Pay. You want to talk a little bit about your sponsor?
I honestly got about Quantum Pay.
Okay,
No disrespect to them. I just spaced it.
Not a problem whatsoever. I know I kind of pulled you from your team, and threw you in the frying pan, so to speak, pretty quick. I know you're going down the backstretch. I see everybody doubling back up. We're going to go back green this time. Good luck. Go get them. And maybe we'll talk to you just a little bit later. You were with which team?
Output
Racing. All right, I'll get you back out there right now.
All right. Thanks.
All right, you got it, buddy. All right, again, Brian Pizzakemi with Output Racing, trying to do everything that he possibly can to get up inside this top 5, working through turns 3 and 4. Barney has been a busy man, so let's go ahead and bring it back to him. Tom's parents saying, "Go, Thomas!" Green flag. Holzer with a good launch, 77, now able to take over P number 2. 32 of Hunter Johnson battling with the 20 Cloud9 machine for Matt O'Brien. Can he keep it? We'll have to see. 28 to the outside of James Kerr. 22 and Nate Mond. He wants a piece of that high wide action. Who's he going to go with? Is he going to go with the 28 or is he going to go with the 11? Which line is going to be fastest for that sun drop machine? We'll have to see. Looks like, how about straddle that middle line? There you go. You see that 69 EMGG Camaro kind of riding off now. The 32 Hunter Johnson 77, no change right there. Second and third. MK, Master Killer, what's happening, buddy? Good to see you out there. Caution number 13 is flying. Let's see if we can find out who brought out this latest yellow. I tell you what, Barney, he's going to be working a little bit up. Okay, you got me again. All right. It's been a while since I talked to you, man. Welcome aboard again. So, yeah, looks like John Honeycutt's going to have something to do with this, as well as, I believe, it's going to be Charles Kramer a little bit further in. As soon as you said pizza, I should have known. I should have known. All right, let's find out what happened with Charles, and we'll play it back. All right, there you see him on the outside. 34 is going to go ahead and throw it in. Not able to make it stick. Going to get hooked. And that's going to put the 37 hard into the wall as well. Looks like Charles Kramer went around. Let's find out exactly how John Honeycutt fits into all this. There you see the 50 right behind the 64 of Eliza Bethal. There's the 81. And it looks like Honeycutt, I'm not sure if that was just a reaction to what was going on, but able to just do a wreck around, or spin around rather, grab a gear and keep it going. Very, very unfortunate for John Honeycutt out of Orlando, Florida. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. Again, no change at the top. Holzer, Johnson, Dohar, 1, 2, 3. Matt O'Brien, who has clinched most laps led right now, going to start P4. Jacob Kerr is going to start P5, Pizzakemi P6, and Nathan Mon in this sun drop double deuce finds himself up 7 spots from where he qualified. Let's see if we can find old Nate Mon right quick. He's looks like he is in Eons Motorsports. Let's see if we can drag him away from a couple of his guys. Nate Mon is repeat up in the booth. You got the 31, our Daytona winner right behind you, and Pizzakemi right in front of you. You're up 6, now 7 spots from where you qualified. You've been looking pretty strong, able to stay away from most issues that have started that have been anywhere around you tonight. How you feeling in that sun drop Camaro?
Man, it's real tough here. Really tough. I made a couple mistakes myself. Self-spun twice. had to drop to the back and trying to come back through the field again. I know Cocker behind me's got tires, so it's going to be tough to hold him off. He took that last set a little bit later than I did, but we're going to see what we can do, hold it together, hope to bring it home in one piece.
Man, I tell you, racing with those Eons guys, they got a pretty good reputation for finishing strong. You think you got a chance here in these last 12 to maybe grab a podium spot?
Podium. I think a top 10 is a good goal for right now, just because I know I got tires behind me, but we'll see what we can do. I'm just going to try to keep the car straight and finish this race.
All right, buddy. I definitely wish you a lot of luck. It's also, I don't know if you actually saw the news, but Dale Jr. is absolutely rocking that paint scheme or something similar at North Wilkesboro. So he made that tweet come true. Go get him.
Yep. Thank you, Repeat.
You got it, buddy. All right, again, Nate Mon, driver of this Double Deuce, been here all season, doing pretty well. Coming off of turn number 2 down the backstretch, you see everybody double filing. We're going to come to complete caution number 13 here. For the most part, this was an all green flag race, but man, when it comes time for the end, that aggression level just goes through the roof, and you got to hold on for all it's worth. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring it back to Barney, see exactly what he's got going on. Yellow is away, green flag is back out. He's going to be waving that momentarily in that green flag zone. Let's go. Up top, it looks like it's all Holzer. Behind him, you see the 32 of Hunter Johnson, 77 of Tyler Dohar, 32 a little loose, a little squirrely, coming off the corner. That's going to allow the 20 of Matt O'Brien to get a pretty good run in his number 20 Cloud9 machine, but nothing doing. 32 might have got a little loose, started to look like he was going to start to peel off, and actually lost a couple of spots. He's actually falling back pretty hard right now. So Tyler Dohar securely takes P number 2. Matt O'Brien has P3 well in hand. James Kerr and the 28 of Mr. Pizzakami, they are side by side, and they're side by side 3 rows behind them. We are now inside 10 laps to go. Will we see another caution? Will we go green? 11 pinching the 28 of Pizzakami up towards that outside wall. I know he didn't like that. Will he retaliate? I think he might have tried. Kind of went into that corner just a little hard. That's going to take us 3 wide. 28 outside, 22 in the middle, 2 down low. Back side by side, settled it amongst themselves. We're staying green. 3 wide again, almost 2 down low, 61 rather, of Allard, 28 up high. Now we see Tom Flitcroft, Tom Flitty with the 31 to his outside. You see the DeWalt car and others behind him. It's getting mighty racy here in the closing laps. Look at the 2 and that 61, door to door, almost no space in the center. Able to settle it amongst themselves. Dohar's going to go around. So far, nobody collected him. He's going to be able to restart with no damage, but no longer inside that top 3. We talked to him earlier. He was going to try to get up there and get after it and get it. Not going to happen now. 6 laps remaining. It'll be about 4 laps when we go back green. Let's find out with what happened to Tyler Dohar. So there you see him on the about second groove. I thought maybe the 20 gave him a little bit of a bump. Not so much. Maybe just a little loose off the corner. Couldn't quite catch it when he overcorrected. I could be wrong, but that's kind of the way that it looked to me. But either way, great job by Dohar to lock it down, not collect the wall, and not go for a ride through the grass, which, sliding towards that infield, when you're on the grass, you've got no recourse but to just let it ride. So good job by Dohar. Let's go ahead and bring it back live again. Working caution number 14 on the night. Holzer, O'Brien, Kerr, Nate Mon, Duncan O'Connor, Micah Allard. Now going to be your top 6. Dohar is going to go ahead and take it down pit road for that last set of tires that he said he had saved earlier. So this could be a good thing for Dar. I just don't know exactly how many positions he'll be able to make up in these closing laps. 50 of John Honeycutt going on by the pace car. Going to go ahead and grab his lap back. Let's see if we can pick up with Micah right quick. Mike Allard, driver of this number 61. This Camaro's looking pretty clean. Haven't seen any self-spins or any big issues out of you tonight. How you feeling about New Hampshire in these closing laps?
You give me too much credit, Pete. I did a half spin right at the beginning of the race.
Well, I didn't catch it, so I'm not a liar.
No. I mean, we'll see what we can do here. O'Connor's on the same tires I am. I mean, starting on the outside here, it kind of just depends on what line goes at the beginning, you know. So we'll see. We'll try hard here. Just gotta focus.
I'll tell you what, representing yourself, Allard Racing on the side in this number 61. Been around you, been racing with you for a few years now. Can you get that podium spot, sir?
Like I said, I'm gonna try. I mean, I'm not gonna. Anybody that knows me, racing around me, I give up a lot just to make sure it's clean, hard racing, you know. So I'm not gonna. I shouldn't say that. Fingers crossed that I don't have to put anybody in any bad spots and you know have to use my bumper to get up there. But you know my gamer tag, that's where the chrome comes from. Chrome horn.
Absolutely.
So,
for
try not to.
For anybody out there, what he's talking about, his gamer tag back in the Xbox days was Chrome Capone. Absolutely, he was not afraid to use that horn whatsoever. A few times I can remember back in the eSpark days. Well, Chrome, go on up there, go get it. You got your buddy, good buddy, Tom Flitcroft, old Tom Flitty right behind you. You're going to have Duncan O'Connor, Brian Pizzakemi, Nate Mon, and as I mentioned, Flitcroft all around you. Good luck, sir. I'll get you back with your C Motorsports teammates.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
You got it. Go get them.
Thanks.
Yep. All right, again, driver 61, Mike Allard. It's not Allard, it's Allard. He kind of corrected me on that a couple times. Down the middle of the backstretch, coming to complete caution number 14. 3 laps remaining. While the caution didn't come out and bring up a green-white checker with like 1 to go or something like that, that is exactly what we have, a green-white checker. Coming off turn number 4. Let's bring it back to Barney maybe one last time. Pace car's going to go ahead and pull up. Holzer's sees the green. It's waving. Let's go. Holzer now sees the 11 FedEx machine of Kerr in his rear view. The 20 of Matt O'Brien up high. He sees Duncan O'Connor. Going to go ahead and look to his inside. Can O'Connor clear him? No. The 20 pulls back out after a great run. 20 down low, 2 up high. Behind him, you see Allard and the 22 of Nate Mon, Pizzakemi, and Tom Flitcroft for about P6, P7. Right now, though, it's all Holzer. He's got a great 4/10 lead on the 11. I say great 4/10 because here you see the 12 going around again, I believe. That might not have, maybe that wasn't the 12. I think that might have possibly been the 61, but caution is not going to fly because we're under the white flag lap. We took the flag. Checkers are going to come out. Looks like it's going to be for James Holzer coming to the line. No challenge. Holzer wins in New Hampshire. Matt O'Brien's going to take P number 2 and Jacob Kerr in this FedEx Express Toyota P number 3. So now Holzer's able to go back-to-back. One last week at Darlington. Going to win here also in New Hampshire. You couldn't get any different of a track or any difference in tracks than these two. Holzer, I'm going to go ahead and clear the boards for you. Go ahead and burn them down, bud. Hear him getting down to first gear, gonna let a couple pass. Let's go. The man doing a burnout, all kinds of slideways, going down the front stretch backwards, trying to maybe complete an Alan Kulwicki victory lap, which basically was dubbed the Polish victory lap back in the day. And what he'd be doing is waving at all the fans out his driver's side window, acknowledging everybody that came out to see him and watch him do well. Blinking out just a little bit. Sneaker Guru says, that's right, LFG. I'm not going to complete it. Rock NASCAR out there says, congrats, Holzer. Man, I tell you, big congrats one more time to James Holzer. He is the man. I told Holzer and I told Nicholas Roman, a lot of y'all will know him as HD Motorsports from back in the day. These two need to team up when it comes to Road to Pro next season, and I would fully support them. Blow it down until the motor pops, Holzer. Let's go. There it is. Good job, Mr. Holzer. Congratulations one more time. Again, your top three, James Holzer, Matt O'Brien, and Jacob Kerr. Rest of your top 10, Duncan O'Connor, Micah Allard, Brian Pizzicemi, Jimmy Cocker, Jose Ruiz, and Dudes Castroneves. Gonna go ahead and round out the top 10 is going to be Tyler Dohar, even with that spin, able to go on down and grab 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods and come back with a top 10 finish. So good job to him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back with our top 3 live from the booth. Please don't nobody go nowhere. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV, welcome aboard. Please stay tuned. Be right back. All right, guys and gals, definitely appreciate you keeping it right here for our top 3 breakdown, I guess you could say. Jacob Kerr, driver of that number 11 FedEx Express machine. Jacob, we got a chance to talk to you for a little bit during one of these cautions, and I asked you, man, can you grab a podium spot? You said, Pete, I'm going to try. Well, man, try you did, and here you are, top 3. I believe this is the first time I've actually been able to talk to you this season. Talk us through this race, man. From what I hear, very, very hard, very well earned podium position. How was your race?
It was up and down, to say the least, but overall it was pretty good. I don't know if I had a third place car, but definitely had some decent speed till getting up to around the 7th or 8th place cars, but kind of just lucked out there with the right strategy, kind of staying out and benefiting from some late cautions and got some track position.
Well, man, this is gonna help you out. I'm actually gonna bring up a quick snippet of the points again to kind of show everybody where everybody was at, and it looks like you weren't able to finish inside the top 16 for this. How much will this help you? Are you a finishing strong kind of guy where this is just the beginning of a great run heading into these final races on the season, or what does this podium finish mean for you in this 11?
I mean, I'm happy for it for sure. Been a bad year to say the least. Missed some races, had some really bad races. I don't know. We just try to finish strong for the most part. Got some interesting tracks coming up here, but I would like to finish strong. But we'll see what happens.
All right, buddy. I definitely, man. Congratulations on this P3. Again, great to be able to talk to you. And any quick friends, family, sponsors you want to get out there?
Not too much, man. To be honest with you, I'm just glad to be up here. So,
all right, buddy. Well, congrats one more time. Moving on to P number 2, Matt O'Brien, the man that needs almost no introduction whatsoever. Matt, you were able to go on and clinch not only a point for leading a lap, but also most laps led this evening here in New Hampshire. I talked to you a little bit ago, and you were surprised that you were doing as well as you were because this track isn't your favorite. We hear that very, very often from some people. Man, I don't know how this is happening. I literally just got the track a little bit ago, turned some laps in practice. Here I am. I'm all surprised. How did you prepare for this track? If it wasn't your favorite, was it just some practice, or what got you ready for the Magic Mile?
Well, when we were hearing officials, I was pretty bad, but there was one NIS race and there was one stint where we had like a 30-lap run, and I kind of found something that worked for me, and I was doing it all race, and it just was working. I'm surprised it worked as well as it did, to be honest. I was coming into this race just hoping for a top 5. Would have felt really good, but I didn't expect it. As fast as the practice, got pole, led like the first 100 laps, and then got kind of, I don't know, maybe a little off cycle of strategy and stuff, but it was a weird. The second half of this race was really weird, and I'm not really sure what to do. So I'm happy with the result.
Yeah, we talked to you a little bit. Anybody that goes back and watches the race, or anybody that's been watching all race long, heard you say that you're kind of diamonding out the corners just a little bit, and you weren't the only one that I saw doing just a little bit of that. Some were actually a little bit more shallow than you, and ended up getting some left side tires below the yellow and having to check up really, really hard in order not to wreck. What were the strongest points of your 20 machine tonight?
I mean, I guess it might look like a diamond, but like in the car, it doesn't really feel like one. I run that one lane up, and I just try to ride the seam all the way around. But like you kind of drift up in the center, just because that's just how that's just natural here. So
okay,
that's just how it is. But I think I didn't do like any. I know some people really like to go like up 2 lanes and do a gigantic diamond, but I don't like doing that here. So. But I found something that worked for me, so I was just happy about it.
All right, buddy. Well, big congrats on this podium. We're going to the Tricky Triangle. Hashtag what turn for next week to round out the first round of season 1 playoff racing. How you feeling about Pocono?
You know, I don't think I'm that good there either, but I told myself I wasn't good here tonight, so I don't know.
All right, mister.
I know it's gonna be a draft fest though. There, the draft is super powerful, so a lot of the time, the best thing is gonna be doing nothing and just sitting in line. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
All right, but congrats one more time. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you want to get out there?
Shout out to my teammate Duncan. He had a really good run tonight.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. All right, there you go. All right, man. I would say the man of the hour, but it's kind of been the man of the hours. Holzer, when I got a chance to talk to you during one of those cautions, I said if they gave an award away for most cars passed on track, you would clearly get that reward. Ended up getting an EOL very early in the race, having to work your way back through it, and during that time it was mostly during green flag racing. Wasn't through pit stops or you staying out and a whole bunch of people coming in under caution. You did have a little bit of a blinking issue tonight. We've seen it a few times before. In the beginning it was really bad, and then it got all right to where you were able to race your way around. Walk us through your drive back through that pack.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting drive there. Typically, I have a couple blinks here and there. I really don't know what the issue's been. I've been trying to fix it for over a year, so I really don't know. Hopefully one day it fixes itself. Some days are better than others, I guess. But yeah, we had a decent drive going. Started up near the front and was just kind of trying to ride and log some laps because this was a really long race tonight. And that EOL, well, not really an EOL, I just had to drop all the way to the rear, kind of threw a monkey in the wrench and sat for a few laps, and I noticed the Q bar went back to nothing. So I was like, well, I guess I'll try to at least kind of pick one off at a time, so that way, I'm not impacting the race too much if I am still blinking here and there, because it was pretty strung out at that point, and kind of picked our way back up into the top 15 somewhere, I think around 13th or so. Kind of got some of that track position just off the strategy. I kind of questioned myself a few times on what was going to be best, and kind of went against it and just stayed out, hoping that we'd have a couple cautions, and kind of did. But even being on the older tires, I was turning my fastest laps of the race at the end, so I really don't think taking tires for me would have been a good strategy. I mean, it wouldn't have been a bad one. I still think it would have been a top 5 effort, but just with the nature of how the end of these races are, and it's very aggressive and it's playoff time, I just wanted to have the clean air, and that's what ended up benefiting us.
Yeah, I mean, that clean air definitely seemed huge. When I talked to Tyler Dohar, I asked him just how much that clean air would change the handling of his number 77. He said it would be absolutely huge between clean and dirty air. And on a track like this, where there's really only maybe 1 to maybe 2 grooves, depending on how well your car rotates in that second groove, really dictates what kind of a race you're going to have, having to deal with all the air coming off the cars ahead. But for the most part, you really didn't have much of an issue. Once you got past Matt O'Brien, you were able to motor on, and here you are, going back to back. You won last week at Darlington, now here at the Magic Mile. Definitely going to pad that points lead, but we're going to reset again after Pocono next week. How are you looking forward to that Tricky Triangle?
Not optimistic. It is the home track, but did some officials, and I was really lost, to be completely honest with you, on what was good and what was not. Kind of like Matt said and touched on, it's very drafty, so riding in line is beneficial, but at the same time, the dirty air, in this car, it's not as bad as the Gen 6, but definitely still affecting on how the car handles for sure. So I really don't know what the call is going to be, but it's really easy to burn the right front up. I mean, there's been a few updates to the car since Poconos were there, and since we were at Poconos and the officials. So I don't know if it'll help the car drive a little better or not, but I really don't know what the good call is going to be. It's just going to really be about rolling the corner, I guess, as much as you can, but at the same time being aggressive on exit and getting that run is where it's going to be huge. But at the same time, you have to make that run and that pass at the absolute right time. You almost have to make the pass on entry and hope you can slide up and clear on exit, because if you don't, then you're gonna lose 4 spots when you're trying to, gain just 1 just because of how strong that draft is. So it should be an interesting race and how it plays out. Typically, Pocono is a fuel mileage race and strategy race. Kind of like Matt said, this race was very atypical, New Hampshire at the end, just because there were so many different strategies going on. But I really think Pocono will be much of the same thing. I don't know necessarily if it'll be a caution thing. It could be just because of how packed up everything will be, but at the same time, I'm not really sure. It's definitely gonna be an interesting race, and luckily we're locked in here going into the next round. So that takes the pressure off. Kind of like I said earlier, just kind of was gonna be patient and see what we could get. And like I said, we kind of got the clean air tonight, and it just worked out.
All right, buddy. Again, big congratulations, back-to-back wins when it matters most. You came into tonight's race 32 points ahead of Brendan Book. Obviously, that's going to pad it just a little bit. I'm actually going to go ahead and bring the points back up for everybody that's out there in chat. Got to pass along the congratulations of the one and only ROK NASCAR, of course. But, yeah, you were 32 points over Brendan Book coming in. Harmon, Crooks, and, Harmon and Crooks finished a little bit further back. Matt O'Brien right behind us, so he's going to gain some spots. He was 17. He's going to pass Crooks. He's going to get a whole lot closer to Harmon. I don't think he'll pass Brendan Book, unless Book had some kind of an issue a little bit later in the race that I didn't catch.
Lagged out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was a lot of, just kind of to touch on that's going to make this last race very interesting. Harmon, I believe, lagged out, or he was in an accident, so he finished towards the rear. Honeycutt made a great recovery after his disconnect. Kind of was beneficial with some cautions, and mostly everybody stayed on the lead lap that was still on the track. So I think he only finished 2 laps down or 3 laps down. So I think he ended up getting like 19th. So that ended up working out well for him. But still, 19th in the playoffs isn't a great finish for what he had going on. That was awesome. But Eliza had some issues. Tyler spun at the end. So there's a lot of. Actually, I don't even know what the points are going to be. I'm really curious to see what they are once they come into the tower there. But looks like they're up now, Pete. If you want to look at them.
Oh, from where I'm at right now, I actually can't. Otherwise, it would kind of.
Here,
yeah.
I'll take a. I should be able to get to it here very quickly.
Okay.
But yeah, there was definitely some shakeups tonight when it comes to the points. I'm getting there now. Here we go, points, and go to. SRA.
Buck just put it in the chat in the news and updates.
In news and updates, okay. All right, so what we have going on here is I'm on the right spot. East. There we go. Okay, so the points as they stand right now, it is a 4-point advantage to Tyler and Jordan over the cut line over Honeycutt, who's also 4 points behind. Ryan McCall is 8 points up. Flitcroft is 13, and Eliza is 14 points up. Then above that, Ryan Crooks is 10 to the good. Hunter Johnson is 14 to the good. Mon 15 to the good. Harmon 15 to the good. Pizzachemi is 17 to the good. Ruiz is 18 to the good. So those guys kind of have something to worry about, but it's going to take a really bad race for it to really, those guys that are, 15 points or above to fall out. And then Coker is, or Cocker, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, is 26 points up. So he's pretty much locked in. O'Brien is a lock with 36 points up, and Brendan Bulk is 31 points up. So those two are pretty much locked in. So definitely going to be interesting. There's a good probably 5 people that could be in or out, depending on how next week goes.
All right, we'll definitely have to make sure that we pay attention to a lot of those guys next week at Pocono. Congratulations one more time, Mr. Holzer. Way to get it done, sir.
Yeah, thanks so much. And just thank you to everybody in SMB for doing an awesome job week in, week out. Admins always being on top of things. Everybody knows who they are. Thanks to Roku TV for putting the show on. Awesome that we are on that platform and being able to put our talents and our great races on another platform. Thanks to you as always, and thanks to everybody at C Motorsports, and great run for Kerr on a P3.
Absolutely. Yeah, talking about being on Roku, whether you were watching tonight on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, or Roku TV through the Sim Racing channel, make sure you go on over. I mentioned it earlier. They've now put out a tweet where if you follow the channel, follow the Twitter handle and retweet their last tweet, they have secured 2 tickets to Talladega Superspeedway that they're going to be giving away come, I believe, September the 2nd. Basically, just go on over. TSRC on Roku TV is the Twitter handle. Give them a follow, retweet, automatically enters you for 2 tickets to Talladega. And if you know the stories about the infield, you know you're going to want to be there. We will catch you again next week from Pocono in a couple of different ways. We'll talk about that more as time goes on. Make sure you stay tuned to Facebook and Twitter for more information regarding the Sim Racing Channel's third installment of their bi-weekly Friday races that will be from the Tricky Triangle. So we will catch you all then. Have a good night and take care, everybody.